I'm gonna recommend some good monster in Net 4 and Net 3, but eventually you also raise Net 5 monster, so I'm gonna tell you which Net 5 monster is good. Hello, I'm Storyteller. I remembered, so you don't have to. Well, this game is Summoners War Chronicle, and it's been a 1 year now, so there are lots of 1 year anniversary event right now. And I think because of this, many newbies come to Summoners War Chronicle, so I think it's the right time to make a new beginner guide for the newbies who just starting this game. So the first, what is this game? This game is Summoners War Chronicle, and it's based on Summoners War Sky Arena. So if you already played Summoners War Sky Arena, most of monsters look familiar, yeah. But unlike Sky Arena, this is the real-time base, so you can control your summoner and using skill, and also you can control your monster. Summoners War Sky Arena is turn-based game, but Summoners War Chronicle is real-time based, so I think this is much more fun. And of course, we have real-time arena, which is the most funnest part in this game. Number 2, Summoner. If you play this game, you can see the 4 Summoner, Kina, Urbia, Cliff, and Soletta. Kina is a healer, Urbia is a mage, Cliff is a tanker, Soletta is an archer. So maybe you can ask me which summoner is the best, which summoner is OP. Well, if you are newbie, just pick whatever you want. As you can see, eventually you need to raise all those summoner. You can get a reward by each summoner when you clear main quest and sub quest. So because of this reward, you should raise all your summoner, yeah. So this is not like a Pokemon, so you can choose any summoner when you just begin this game. But for newbie, I recommend Urbia or Kina. Yeah, Urbia is a dealer and Kina is a healer. Depends on the play style, but Urbia and Kina, I think the easiest way. And of course, if you pick other summoner, that's okay. And next is the account. Of course, this is the collecting based game, so you know, like other game, in here also some account, we called it a starting account. And of course, there is some account of a middle game or end game account. So I think starting with the starting account is not bad, yeah. So there is fire, water, wind attribute, and light and dark. If you play Summoners War Sky Arena, you will know light and dark is very rare, especially Net 5. So if you're trying to starting with some LD Net 5 to buying some account, that is not bad, yeah. Because some LD Net 5 is very strong in this game, so if you're starting with that, your Summoners War Chronicle play is much more comfortable. And middle game or end game account, I don't recommend to starting with those account because, as I say, this game is just 1 year now and there are lots of content, lots of gimmick, lots of strategy. So if you're just starting with end game account, you will confuse 100%. So I recommend 2 things. First thing, buy some starting account and starting this game. And second thing, just starting this game, your own account. And later, if you feel funny, then just find about the mid-game account or end-game account. Of course, if you're just playing long time, eventually you can get at least some LD Net 5 monster. Because unlike Sky Arena, there is a ceiling to get LD Net 5 100%. And also, Comtus give you 1 LD Net 5 summon scroll for free. Yeah, so just starting with your own account is also not that bad. And when I recommended the starting account or middle or end game account, some people ask me, hey, is that safe? Is that no problem? then I don't know, only counters know. So if you're worried about that, just starting your own account like me. Anyway, if you're just starting this game, you will confuse what should I do now. So for the newbie, just clear Lahil Kingdom story and area exploration. This is the main quest and this is the sub quest. And both quests gives you lots of materials for starting this game. So just doing main quest and sub quest. PvP? RTA? Get rid of that. Just focus to clear your main quest first. And if you clear all main quest with some summoner, then the other summoner, you can skip the main quest with using your crystal. That is much more comfortable. So if you're just starting this game, focus to clear the main quest and sub quest. During the main quest and sub quest, you will know about Kairos Path of Growth Expedition Dungeon very naturally, yeah. And next, Summoner. So as I said, there is a Summoner unlike Sky Arena. And there are lots of equipment, of course. And you can say, hey, which equipment I should equip? Hey, which equipment is good? I will tell you. For the newbie, just equip the weapon which have a high star. The sub option? Don't care about that. Just equip the weapon which have the more star, yeah. And of course, there is a sub option, but for the newbie, don't care about that, yeah. You can ignore that. And accessory is also same, just equip the high star grade. But let me give you some tips. Earring, main option is just defense, and there is lots of sub option. And necklace, there are many main options: critical damage, critical rate, attack, defense, HP percent. And bracelet, there are also many main options: attack, HP, defense. And ring, also HP, defense, resist, accuracy. So if your main summoner is a dealer, of course, attack, HP, critical damage or critical rate would be better. So if you keep clearing main quest, you can get lots of equipment. Then as I said, just equip the highest star grade. But if you can, just think about necklace, bracelet, and ring, and pick the right main option. And of course, if you equip the something wrong, that's okay. You can clear the main quest, whatever. And skill. As you can see, there are lots of skills, so I'm gonna tell you the priority because your skill point is very valuable when you are newbie. So the first thing is utility, and this 6 utility skill you must master first. This utility skill is related with the evasion skill or mana, so that is very important. So you must master 6 utility skill first. And the next, level 1 passive. The skill point requirement is getting higher when you level up each skill, so I just recommend at least 1 passive or your passive skill. And next, master the first passive skill. This passive will be different each summoner, but all same, it's related with the increases mana. But as I said, the skill point requirement getting higher, so if requirement is too high, then level up your active skill. So 6 utility skill first, or passive level 1, and concentrate, master first passive skill first, and next is passive active, passive active, passive active. If you think something wrong, just reset that. And attribute research, this is the last priority. When if someone say to you, hey, you should master attribute research first, then make some distance with that guy. He is the assassin. So I'm look around summoner equipment and summoner skill. Then let's take a look about monster. So there are lots of monster, yeah, and of course net 5 is hard to get to newbie. So I'm gonna recommend some good monster in net 4 and net 3. Fire attribute, I'm recommend Fire Pixie, Fire Parry, Fire Priest, Fire Harpy, Fire Lizard Man. And water attribute, Water Garuda, Water Frankenstein, Water Leech, Water Hole, and Wind Attribute, Wind Pixie, Wind Yeti, Wind Martial Cat, and Wind Penguin Knight. And in the LD, I recommend Light Garuda and Dark Happy, which is the best debuffer in this game. And some monster I mentioned you can get free in Monster Story. As you can see, Fire is the Man, Wind Penguin, Wind Martial Cat is in here, and also there are some Net 5 monster which have a nice performance, so this is very good game, I think. And Net 5. And of course, there are lots of Net 5 monsters, and most of Net 5 monsters have a better performance. But Net 5 monster requirement lots of gold or other material, so I don't recommend to raise Net 5 monster first. Net 5 monster without skill level up is much more weak compared with Net 3 and Net 4. So if you're just starting this game, raise Net 4 or Net 3 first. But eventually, you also raise Net 5 monster, so I'm gonna tell you which Net 5 monster is good. Fire Attribute, Fire Death Queen, Fire Oracle, and Water Attribute, Water Archangel, Water Pioneer, and Wind Attribute, Wind Vampire, Wind Panda. So other Net 5 monster is also good, but I just recommended the really good monster for newbie, and especially Wind Vampire. He is the king of PvE, and I think you have the selective summon if you are newbie. In that case, you must summon Wind Vampire. The old gamer like me or newbie, we all use Wind Vampire for PvE content main dealer. And if you have Net 5 exchange ticket, you can exchange those monsters, yeah, you will never regret it, I'm assured that. So I recommended good monster, and let's find about each spec. So this is the monster spec: attack, defense, HP, speed, rate, damage, accuracy, resistance, precision, evasion. And in here you can see the attack speed and precision. These two stat means basic attack. Attack speed related with basic attack speed, and precision is related with basic attack hit. So as you can see, Magical Archer is the basic attack based dealer, so attack speed and precision is pretty high. And evasion is also related with basic attack, so if your evasion is high, the more chance you can evade the enemy's basic attack, not skill attack. So attack speed, precision, evasion is just related with basic attack. The other thing, apply debuff, resist debuff, critical rate, not that hard to understand. So just know about this: attack speed, precision, evasion is just related with basic attack, not skill attack. And of course, there is attribute advantage and disadvantage, so just read this. And last, let's find about how to rune setting your monster. So as you can see, there are lots of runes: energy, god, blade, lazy, fatal, swift, focus, blah blah blah. Don't take care about this if you are a newbie. But before, let me tell you, rune number 1, 3, 5 have a fixed main option. Rune number 5 HP, rune number 3 defense, rune number 1 attack, and rune number 2, 4, 6 have a different main option: HP, attack, defense, blah blah blah. So just know this, and let's go. So let's think about if you try to setting your Dark Inferno for your main dealer. In that case, the first, rune number 1, as I said, main option is fixed, so sub option, dealer, put attack, critical, critical. Oh, there it is. Boop. And rune number 2, dealer, attack, attack, boop. Rune number 3, as I said, main option is fixed, so dealer, dealer. there is no attack. So critical, critical, oh, here. Boop. And rune number 4. Rune number 4, attack or critical damage? Oh, critical damage. Boop. And rune number 5, attack, critical, critical. Boop. Oh. Boop. And rune number 6, attack. Boop. That's done. That's enough for newbie. Rune set option? I don't care about that. If you are really newbie, just pick your rune like this. Rune number 1, 3, 5. Just looking for sub option which looks like a dealer. And rune number 2, 4, 6. Just pick which main option looks like related with the dealer. Of course, if you're trying to think about playing PvP, you should not doing this, but if you are newbie and if you want to clear just main quest, this is enough. So this is my newbie guide part 1, and let's find about each content in the part 2. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope this video help you guys and take a long look. Goodbye!